Hello everyone, I've got a new idea to share with you today. My brilliant friend Linda Cooper Pierce has come up with a brilliant idea for creating 50p coin ATCs. This is the one that she sent me. It's absolutely gorgeous. I mean, Paddington is so Linda, absolutely love it on the back as well. So I am going to have a go at creating my own. Now Linda very kindly included a 50p coin ATC template for me with the one that she sent me in the post. We recently did a swap, but Woolly Steph has shared a video showing how to make these. I think she's got a printable as well. So I'm going to leave the link to Woolly Steph's channel in the description box below. So if you are interested in participating with this brilliant idea, I think this should be a lot of fun, head over to Woolly Steph's video and she'll show you how to make the template. I've just drawn around my template a few times and I'm just going to cut these out. I think the easiest way to do it is to cut these into individual pieces. So let's do this. Let's start off with 3 of these. I think these are going to be so much fun. And then I'm going to cut mine out using a craft knife. So I've got a cutting mat here. You could of course use scissors. I just think this is going to be straighter. And I think by the time I've added scrapbooking paper to the front and the back of these, that they should be thick enough. Of course, you could always pile one on top of another if you wanted to, or even use cereal box as well, which is slightly thicker cardstock and a great way of recycling as well. So I'm just going to cut mine out. Ended up cutting out 7 of these templates because I found this beautiful pretty paper which I thought was really spring-like in my stash. I've had this for a long time. It's origami paper and it's from Tiger Store. This was in the days where it was called Flying Tiger, so it shows how old this is, but I just thought that this was going to be absolutely perfect. So what I am going to do, this is double-sided so it doesn't matter which side I glue it down on. I'm going to work on a piece of parchment paper. I'm also just going to use a glue stick and let's just glue some of this beautiful pretty paper down. I might glue some to both sides as well because this origami paper is quite thin and I do want to give my coins a bit of structure. So let's just glue this down first and then I can maybe glue a piece on the other side as well. I don't want to waste any of my paper. So here we are. In fact, actually, if I folded that over, oh no, because then I wouldn't be able to see where I'm cutting. That's a bad idea. I'm just going to have to cut this first. So I'm just going to press this down with my bone folder and I'm just going to use my scissors. In fact, actually, if I cut it into a smaller piece first, it'll be easier to work with. And I'm just going to trim all around the edges. This paper is so pretty, but I don't think that my coin is going to be thick enough. So what I've decided to do is glue it to another piece of this cardstock. I'm not going to glue 2 of these back to back. And the reason being that they're not exactly perfect because I've freehand cut them. So I am going to use my glue again and just glue one of these down to a piece of cardstock and fussy cut around it. I know that this seems a long-winded way of doing it. You could of course leave them as one layer. I think the easiest thing would be to cut it out of cereal box, which of course is much thicker cardstock. To be on the safe side as well, I am just going to add a tiny amount of art glitter glue. Oh, I've already taken the pin out. My goodness me, I am losing my mind. So I'm just going to add just a small amount as well around the edges, just so that I know that this isn't going anywhere. Here we are. And then I'm just going to fussy cut this out as well. It's all trimmed around the edges. I have ended up adding 2 pieces of cardboard to these, so they're nice and stable, nice and thick. I do want to ink around the edges though, just to tidy up the edges and just to grunge it up a bit and give it that distressed vintage look, which I really like. So I'm just going to go around all of these. So I'll do one. You can see what I'm doing here. I'm also going to do it on the back as well, because I think that looks really, really nice. So I'll do the same to all of these. And this is Distress Ink in frayed burlap. How pretty. Now for the focal images, I've dug these out of my stash. I've had these for a long while. They were probably from the works, somewhere like that, but I just thought they had a wonderful spring vibe. So I'm just going to play around with these and see how I might want to have these on my little ATC coins. What else shall we do? I think this one would go really well with that colour. Perhaps this one here. I am trying not to overthink this because I think they all look absolutely beautiful. Now these have got a little backing on them, and I will probably end up taking that off. At the moment, all I want to do is just position these on the right colours, just so that I know what I'm doing. This one over here, and then the yellow one here. So that's that. So that's how those are going to go. Now they are suspended in thin air, so I need some way of grounding these, and I think I'm just going to use a little bit of twine. So let me just go and have a look through my stash and see what I can find. Before I do anything, I want to have a play around with these. I want to take these little dimensional foam pads off because they're not really holding anything in place, and what I'm going to do is glue these down slightly off center. In fact, yeah, let's just apply a tiny amount of glue just across the bottom. That should be enough to hold it in place. So I want that slightly off center, just so that it looks as if we've got a bit of dimension. I'm going to do the same with this here. So remove that pad as well. They come off really easily. Just apply just a bit of glue. I think I'll add it in the center actually. That might be a little better. And again, just slightly off center, just like that. And I'm going to do the same with all of these, and then I can remove the pad from the back once that glue has dried as well. Let me just make sure that I've got these in the right place, and then I'm just going to set these aside and not touch them, because as you can see, what's happening is that I'm moving them around. But aren't they cute? The dimensional bits are all glued down now properly on my birds, and you can see that I've taken the dimensional tape off the back as well. I've also cut myself some daisies out of the leftover card as well, scrapbooking paper that I've applied to my heptagons. I've used this daisy punch here. I cut out 2 layers of cardstock and 1 layer of the pretty paper, and I've just glued all of those together because I thought it might be quite nice to layer these. So let's take this one here as an example. What I'm thinking is that I can have some of this daisy trim. Perhaps I can have maybe a little green flower here just to add something else to my piece, and perhaps I can stick it down. Might need to come down a little bit lower. Perhaps I can have that, something like that. Now I am going to need some foam tape, but I'm just going to cut it myself so that I can have it exactly where I want it. This is also a lot stickier. These embellishments are quite old, and the foam has really started to lose its sticky. So what I'm thinking, let me just glue this down first, otherwise I'm going to end up in a horrible mess. Let me just add some glue to the back of my daisies. So just a tad of glue here, and I wanted that about there, didn't I? Just slightly lower than this bottom mark here. I need to glue on my flower, so we just add a touch of glue in the middle, and I think I want that to go over that one there, like that. And then I'm just going to add a touch of glue to the back of this, just to make sure that that is definitely going to stick. And I think my bird is going to go about there. That just looks so cute. And when that's dry, I can just cut the excess trim from the side if I want to. I'm just going to see how it looks. And so let's do another one of these. Let's do this one here. So I wanted this bird to go here. Let's have a look. What trim have we got? I've got some white trim that I think would look quite nice on this one. I've got blue as well, but I think that might be a bit too much. I think white is going to brighten it up. So I'm just going to cut 4 4 of those off, and let me just play around with placement before I do anything, so I can have it there. Why does that one? Oh, I think I've got 5 on the other one, but 4 is actually perfect. And which little flower do I want to go on here? Maybe this one perhaps. Do you know, I think I'm going to cut another piece. I should have cut 5 off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's not quite long enough, I don't think. Start again. Concentrate on what you're doing. That's better. And then we can maybe have a little flower there. And then I'm just going to glue my bird on. Something like that. Perhaps actually I could have the daisy on the other side on this one here. Let's see how that looks. You see, that's better, and it isn't playing around with the dimension. So I can cut myself another piece of this dimensional tape, about that much, I think. Glue it onto my bird. Take the backing off. Let's just stick this trim down first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And pop that on. And I'm going to do exactly the same to all of these. And I think this is going to make a really pretty little set. Let's add a dollop of glue just on the centre there. And that one was going to go there. And then I can glue my bird on. Oh, come back. Glue my bird on as well. Those are just so pretty. I just love that. That's just adorable. Oh, hang on. I haven't oh, we've got a daisy that's stuck to the back of it. Right, hang on. Let's add a little bit of glue to that. Move those out of the way. Try again. So pretty much finished now. I've finished layering all the elements, and as you can see, I've trimmed the excess trim off the sides as well. I think these are so pretty. I've also made myself some backs. Now, I made these using the insert from Daphne's Diary. This came in the latest magazine, and I think I said when I did the flip through of the magazine that these would be absolutely perfect for using on ATCs, and they are just absolutely perfect cut down for my 50p coins. They're different on each side as well. We've got this this teal colour on the one side and pink on the other. I've used my punch, my hexagon punch, to cut these, and so we've got a mixture of pink ones and teal ones. And we go from 1 of 7 to 7 of 7. Now this is a heptagon and this is a hectagon, so they're not an exact fit, but I think they're going to work really well nonetheless. And so I am just going to glue these on the back just like this. I will ink around the edges though, I think, just because I think it's around the edge of the outside of the coins themselves, so that would finish it off nicely. Yeah, I think that looks better. So I'm going to ink around the edges and I'm just going to glue these down. Now I know that some of you are probably wondering why I have made 7 of these. Well, what is the point of just making 1? They're just so much fun. I can't possibly stop at 1. And you know, at the end of the day, I will keep 1 for myself as reference, which I'll probably put into one of my journals, and I'll just give a few of these away in Happy Mail. I think they're really nice things to swap with your friends, which is the whole point of this. Now, for anybody who wants to have a go at making these, as I said at the beginning of the video, Woolly Steph has done a video showing you how to make a template. I do believe there's a downloadable option as well, so I'll leave the link to Steph's video in the description box below. And there are a few people that have been sharing their 50p coins on Instagram as well. Linda for sure, she's made loads of these already. Woolly Steph, as I've said, Betsy Doodle has been doing this, and I think Mags Lockley has as well, so please do go and check them out. If I remember, I'll leave their links again in the description box below. But if you want to have a go at this and you want to share on social media, Instagram, Facebook, etc., use hashtag 50p coin ATC. I'll leave that on the screen, and that way we'll all be able to see what you've been creating, and you'll be able to search as well for ideas. I'm going to leave the video here for today, but if you've enjoyed this, as always, I'd really appreciate a thumbs up. Do let me know what you think in the comments below, but most importantly, thanks for watching. Take care everyone, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye for now.